Welcome back, guys. Little video here. Don't know if you remember my Tudor Oyster, 1947 Tudor Oyster. Well, when I bought it, it came on a rather cheap Jubilee strap. Didn't really suit it. I mean, it looks okay, but the quality wasn't very good close up. And I wanted to put it back onto a more original leather strap that would suit the watch better. So I sent off for this one thinking it would be leather, and it actually cost me about £10, and that's from AliExpress. And it's okay, but I wasn't really happy with it. Firstly, because it's not really leather, it's more of a suede. I think you can see the suede material there. It's a nice soft strap, it's got a nice buckle. That's fine. But also, I wanted tan. I was looking for a tan colour, and I'm sure the strap I bought was tan colour. And quite often, when you buy these straps on AliExpress, sometimes the one you actually receive isn't quite the one you thought you were getting. And it was meant to be buffalo skin, and it doesn't say buffalo on it at all. So, yeah. I mean, it looks all right, don't get me wrong. But I wasn't totally happy. So I went back onto AliExpress, and for, I think, like another £4, I bought another strap, which has just arrived. I'm going to do two straps today as well. You may also remember this cheap £3 Montine that I bought, and the straps arrived for that as well. So we'll do that one in a minute. So the strap that I've got for this, you may think looks very similar, but this is actually a leather strap, not suede, and it's more of a tan colour. And it was cheaper. So this is how it arrives in one of these. I mean, it was in an envelope, but inside that it's in one of these. I think we got quick release spring bars on this. So let's have a look at the strap. And the other strap, I'm sure I can find a use for that for another watch. So it's not a complete loss. If I do swap these over, I'll just use that on something else that perhaps I won't keep. And the thing is, I've got my light on here. So in real life, this strap looks a bit lighter than it appears in the camera. It's like a shade lighter than that. It's more, yeah, when I go to the side. So now when you look at it, that's kind of more the colour I'm seeing flat on. But when I do that flat onto the camera, it's looking darker. It's quite a light colour. I mean, it's not bad, but on my wrist, because it's kind of more of a skin colour, it kind of disappears a little bit too much. So I wanted a bit of a stronger tan colour that wouldn't kind of blend so much in with my wrist. So here we go, out of the packaging. Just zoom in there for you. These are always pretty stiff when they're new. They need a bit of wearing in. So as you can see, it says genuine leather. I'll just give this a sniff test. Yep, my nose is telling me it's leather. So there must be some leather in there somewhere. Not bad. It's got the vintage stitching that you see in a lot of these vintage watches, which is kind of correct, same as the one really that was on there before. And I like these. Oh no, it's got quick. No, it's got pins in it. Oh, but they're not quick release. Oh, okay. But it does come with one of these, and I've got plenty of these. But it's nice to get one of these little spring bar tools free as well. So taking this one off should be relatively easy, because this one, the more expensive one, has got the quick release spring bars that you could just put your fingernail in and take off ever so easily. So now I've removed those. The buckle always goes to the top. If you're ever doing one of these and you forget which way round, the buckle always goes to the top. So let's just get our tool out. Nice little freebie tool. I had a few of these because I've bought straps, And I gave a mate of mine a Christmas, was it a birthday card? Yeah, birthday card. And I slipped one of these in, because he's into watches as well, into the envelope, into his birthday card. So they make quite a nice little gift as well. If you end up with a collection of them, every time you buy a watch strap, they send you a new one of these. And of course, these last, you only need one really, don't you? One or two. You don't need 20. Okay, so it's an 18 mil. I'm going to concentrate a little bit here. We'll pop one end into the lug hole, and this has got drilled lugs. Being a Tudor premium watch, we've got drilled lugs. So what that means is if you want to remove the spring bars, instead of having to use one of these, you can use another, like a pin, to push through, and then you can take the strap off easier than trying to pry the spring bar, compress the spring bar with this. So you get a watch. I've got another one of these. I'll just show you actually. It's easier. So fairly recently I bought a packet of, or box of different assorted size spring bars. And with that came this tool, which I've got a couple of. So it's a spring bar like the one down there, release, plus you've got a pin pusher. So when you're adjusting your straps, some of these straps, you push, they're not screwing and you have to push the pin. So you could use this for that, although it wouldn't get the tighter ones off. And also you would use that for what I was describing, to push the pin out. Like that, you'd push the pin, and then you should be able to take the strap off. So we need the other end of it today. So as I was saying, the buckle first. So you put one end in, make sure the strap is pushed quite hard to the far edge. And then using the spring bar tool, so let's use the posher one. Let's see if we're zoomed in. Compress the spring bar, and then once you're under the lug, obviously you want it to drop into the hole, and it's always a bit fiddly. Sometimes you get it first time, sometimes the spring bar will ping across the room, other times it takes a click. Got that nice little click, backwards and forwards a couple of times just to make sure it's there, and that's the top section done. So if you've never changed out a watch strap, don't be scared. It's usually ever so easy, but quite often the spring bars do break. That's why for a few pounds it's worth investing in a box of spring bars. Although there's different quality spring bars. I mean, they're probably not the best quality in the world. They do the job, but you can buy thicker, better quality ones as well. I can't believe the ones that are on this strap are particularly brilliant quality. They're probably no better than the ones I've got in that box, but they will do the job. So same process with this one. Drop it in. And click, we're in. And as I described before, if you have got drilled lugs, which a lot of watches don't, but some of the more premium watches do, they will, not both sides, you only need one drilled. Then to remove it, instead of having to use the spring bar tool to compress, we should be able to use the point in, hang on. Do you know what? I've never actually done this, so this is the first time I've used this method. So I should be able to push down. I can feel the spring bar compressing, and then once that's pushed down, I'm out. Simple as that. Haven't scratched anything. So it's another way of not scratching your lugs up as well. So let's pop that back in again. . Click. Yeah, that's gone home. Make sure it's all in. Yeah. So, as you can see, it's darker. And immediately, I like it better. Because it's got the leather finish, this, you know, the proper kind of leather skin finish instead of this suede. And you can see the difference in colour. If I turn it to the side a little bit, you'll see more what I'm seeing in real life. Because flat on, it's making them both appear a bit darker. And I think this tan goes with the stainless steel, polished stainless steel case very nicely. And it's going with the champagne dial very nicely as well. Now this isn't broken in, so if I pop this on my wrist now, it's probably going to look a little bit out of shape. It needs working. These straps need working, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of working backwards and forwards to break it in a bit, like you do with any leather shoes and anything like that. They all need breaking in, then they're going to soften up a bit. As you can see, that is quite stiff, so it's not going to fit the contours of my wrist. So I find this is quite a good way backwards and forwards. I don't want to wreck the look of it, but you do need to break it in. There's no other way. So it will perhaps lose its pristine look on the strap because, as you can see, I've got some stress. But you're going to get that wearing it anyway. You might as well just go ahead, do it. And because of the vintage style, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of kind of patina to the strap or a bit of stress to the strap. It's going to suit it. Okay, so let's pop that on my wrist and then we'll do the Montine. So I'll just take off my Pagani Air King, which is my everyday watch at the moment. Absolutely loving this watch. I have to do another video about that, how I'm getting on with it, but it's absolutely superb. Very happy with that. Okay, let's pop this on. And there we go. We're on the wrist. And it was quite tight to curl that strap through the first loop. That took a little bit of, you can see it's quite tight across there. I was a bit worried it might snap it. This one was easier. And I have snapped one of these before. And I had to restitch it because they're only held together with one stitch at the back on this loop. So I was a bit cautious about that. And I'm sure it will stretch because it's all brand new. So when you get these, just be a little bit gentle when you're pushing it through these loops, because it's, you know, the quality of these are pretty good, but it's kind of the weakest link in the chain, I think, is the stitching on these loops. And when it snaps, you're kind of you can't wear it if the loop isn't there, because then the strap's sticking up in the air. And on another watch strap that I had, where the loop went, I got a needle and thread out and I kind of crudely managed to stitch it back together, and it's done the job. But it's made me a little bit cautious now about these loops on these AliExpress leather straps. But apart from that, they're pretty good. It seems to have moulded on my wrist quite nicely. And I think that colour's better. It stands out against my wrist better than the lighter one. And that suede one, I think, as well, is going to get dirty, because suede kind of picks up dirt easier. So although that's more expensive, I think I'll leave it on this tan, because that is the colour I was looking for. I was hoping this would arrive as, and it didn't. I think that suits the watch better. Okay, so let's look at the Montine. Okay, so here's this Montine I bought for fun. I won it, I think it was £3 on eBay. It wasn't working. I chucked a battery in it. It didn't have a strap. I've cleaned it up. It's now working. Do I need to press the crown in? Yes. That would have been embarrassing if it wasn't working. And it's ticking away. I just pulled the crown out to save the battery because the battery I put in there was one I had from an Audi pack of batteries, and it was the smallest one I had on these little button batteries packs you can get. And lo and behold, it was the right size for this. So Montine is was a Swiss manufacturer of watches that were sold on aeroplanes, kind of like a duty-free thing. They'd come round and flog you a watch. And they had Swiss movements. The one I've got another one with an automatic movement. But at this stage, we are now into Montine with a quartz movement. I think maybe the company has gone into different hands, or they've just changed the way they're doing things. And this watch kind of flash. It's flash, but cheap. So what we have is a quartz it's got a basic Seiko movement, I believe, in there. It's got two diamonds, little diamond chips, if you can see, at the 12 and 6, and you have 24 karat gold leaf applied dial. So it's very blingy, and is gold plated, and the case is gold plated. However, the quality is not great. It's not great. It's a bit of fun. And it's a big, wide, I think it's like a 42mm dial on there. And we've got 22mm lug. It didn't come with a strap. It had one bit of leather strap, I think, which was rotten, which I threw away. If you look back at the videos, you'll see the one where I opened this up. And it was really grotty. I've cleaned the watch up. So it's a lot better than it was. But quite a bit of the gold plating's a little bit crusty here and there. Anyway, I had this material strap, NATO style strap, hanging around. So I've chucked it on for now, but obviously it's not really suiting it. So I bought a cheap, because I don't want to spend money on this. It's only £3 watch. It's not going to be worth a fortune. And I bought this black leather strap with a gold buckle. 22mm from AliExpress. I think this is like no more than £4 delivered, I don't think. Maybe a bit less. So this comes with spring bars, so I'm going to have to do those. So let's get the NATO style strap off. So that bit's easy. There's a look at the back of it. And we've got another spring bar tool in here, I think. If anyone needs a spring bar tool, I've got a little collection of them now. Okay. So I've gone for a more luxurious kind of crocodile skin look with a bit of patent leather kind of look with this gold toned, I can't believe it's a gold plated, gold toned buckle. So as before, we need to get the spring bars off. Maybe I can reuse these ones. Came off quite nicely. As they fit the watch, I think I'll just reuse those because they were on the watch, so probably better. They may even be better quality than the ones that came with the strap, if we're lucky. A little bit stiff in there. Let's push that carefully through. I'm going to ruin my very expensive, cheap placemats. Actually, let's do this on the glass. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Right, you won't see this bit. Right. Right, so I can see the other end starting to come out now. They are stiff. Tight sleeved, I guess is the word. Okay, so buckle at the top, as I said before. Same process. Stick one end in. Make sure the strap is tight to the lugs, so you're pushing down. Sometimes they can be a very tight fit. Compress the spring bar, get it underneath the lug, and then find the hole so it clicks into the hole under its sprung loaded pressure. No. Yeah. Waiting for the click. Is it in there? I didn't hear it click, but I think we're in. We're in. It was a silent click, that one. Wow, it's looking better than the material strap already. Okay, let's go for the bottom bit. Same process. Well, that one isn't quite so tight. That's slipped in lovely. Perfect. Let's pop that on. Oh, heard the click. So we know we're good to go. Again, we need to break the strap in a bit, otherwise it's not going to curve around the wrist very well, because they're quite stiff when they're new, out of the factory. And you will end up with a few creases in it, but it's unavoidable. You're going to get them anyway. Now, even before I pop this on my wrist, I can see this has really boosted up the look of this watch quite considerably, having this posh leather strap on it. I mean, look at the gold now. It's really... genuine leather. I like it. Okay, let's pop this on. Let's see what we got. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. You might not be able to make it out on the video, but the buckle is more of a rose gold, where the watch itself is very gold, kind of 24 karat gold, yellow gold, I guess you'd call it. So I think I just really went for one of the cheapest watch straps I could find, a 22mm that had some kind of gold buckle on it, if I remember rightly. There wasn't a big selection that wasn't expensive. And I think this came out around about £3. It wasn't very expensive. It wasn't a huge choice at that kind of price point. You could spend a bit more money and find ones with probably a more accurate gold looking buckle, but that's okay. It's a bit of fun. I'm not going to keep this watch. I'll whack this one back on eBay. Hopefully I'll do okay. I mean, it was £3. I've cleaned it up. I spent another £3 on a strap. The battery was like pence because I had that there anyway. So we're £6-7, something like that. I'm sure that will make more than £7 on eBay. Someone who likes this type of look. So there you go. Couple of straps for a couple of watches. That's the main one that I'm very pleased with, because I just wasn't happy with that. It wasn't sitting well with me, so I bit the bullet and just bought another one. But that will get used. I'll find another watch to put that on. One that I probably won't keep, but not a problem. That, I think, suits that watch better. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, because it's going to help the channel, and look out for more watch related videos coming in the future. Take care.